investors. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman on this Wednesday the 23rd of July. So I wanted to show you this pattern right here. I was discussing this over the last couple of days and saying there's a pattern that I discovered years ago, decades ago, where the price goes to a high, usually a D, E, or F in the notation in the Chapman wave, or peaks, in this case, C2, C1, C2, and then it pulls back. And then you get a declining upper trend line with like a wedge or a cone formation with a much lower one. So the price is making lower highs and much lower lows. And then all of a sudden, it finds some support. And before you know it, it's making this cup formation, and it takes out the upper trend line. And all of a sudden, you've got the left side highs that become targets. So I call it the falling axe formation. What we're looking at is the declining cone, take out the top part, and all of a sudden that cup formation takes place. Well, lo and behold, what do we have? We have exactly the same thing right here. So there's the falling axe formation, expanding wedge. So that can be taken away now. I don't like to keep these things when they've lost their function. And you've got a Chapman wave inside wedge, target dash green on the way up, dash green target resistance line right there. And you just hit it today and you're pulling back. So this is a different pattern. This says you've got the cup formation that says by the 28th of, somewhere before the 28th or on the 28th, you should try for the 44,855 level. And underneath it here, you call this a gray A. Why? Because it hasn't given a brand new buy signal or anything. This is just that retracement. So we call this an A, and I usually make it gray because it is a recovery rather than a brand new signal. So there it is. Make it very faint. Down there, go dash, dash, dash. And that's different. Okay. So with that context, what I'd like to do is, let me just double check here. Is that correct? Yeah, I want that. I'm just trying to show you that there are patterns that form that you can't really anticipate, in the sense that you can't do the notation until you start to get the correct signs. Well, those correct signs are, at this particular point, starting to show themselves, and I like it. I like what I see, only in the sense that it doesn't tell me that you get a new all-time high. It does tell you that your chance of a recovery high. Why? Because the all-time high is 45,073. So what we're finding is that these buy the dips are starting to work in the sense that they work on the very short term as well. Now, there are some positions that these are like market indicators for me, and I'll go back to this one, Robinhood. Look, it's kind of struggling here. Made a peak F, all-time high at 113.44 just 4 sessions ago. It's at 101. Not a big deal, but it has pulled back. Weekly chart still very, very strong. Monthly chart looks fabulous. And even more important than that, together with it, you've got GE. Also, this is a deep cyclical, right? So GE is trading, let me see right here. GE is trading up 257 at 261.57. But it made an all-time high, 272.80. That was around about I forgot to put the date in. The date was the 17th. Of this month. Let me just type that in. So I'm starting to see a little bit of weakness in some of the big leaders, the real great leaders, And at the same time, Microsoft, another one right here. Look, Microsoft pulling back sharply today, down almost 4 at 501.37 after a peak D just 4 sessions ago at 514.64 all-time high. But I'm noticing this, and I mentioned this to subscribers, that we're starting to see a rotation into other areas, kind of secular, more household products, that type of thing. And that to me says that's really important, because it's telling you that this market has strength to be able to rotate a little bit and to rotate into areas that have been extremely weak. Now, let me just continue with our analysis here. So I need to show you that the NDX 100, the QQQ, made an all-time high 3 days ago, pulling back just a little bit, $1.12 down at 560.10. I forgot to put the exact high in, and that was at 566.06, right? 566.06. There we go. 566.06. There's a lot of sixes there. You remember when this made the all-time, okay. Yeah, look at that. So here's your peak C1, C2. That's acts like a peak D, and then a brand new buy D/E, D/A, E/B, F/D, G, D, and here we go to a D at 566.06. Leg B in the weekly chart, very, very strong. Now, I want to do something that I think is a little bit unusual in the sense that I'd like to go into sequence here. So let me just finish this IWM. IWM nicely up 164 at 224.92. Really, you want to see a break of the highs that were made back in, I think it was February, March, all the way through, those weekly charts going to, this was February, and you had highs of 230.23, 230.32, 230.70. That has to be a target. So if we can move above 230 in this particular move in July, that's going to be very important. So far, it's kind of been a struggle, but you got the same thing with the falling axe, and now you've got the cup formation. Let me just draw this in, and it says 226.05 was the high back in early July. And based on this symmetry, we're looking at a chance that today the high is 225.30. In this week, maybe we should be able to hit the 226.05 level in the Russell 2000 small caps. I just want to show you this. I'm going to get out of sequence here. IWB, that's the one. Look at this. Did I read? Yep. So this is the iShares Russell 1000 all-time high as we speak right now. Leg C in the weekly. I don't know if this is a brand new A or an old G in the monthly chart, but it is extraordinary. But look at this. So here we go. E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You can't have an H. So this has to be, and that took out the left side low. I'm going to come back to this in a moment. I don't want to take any time right now. I didn't say it's an all-time high. It doesn't matter what the count is because it's an all-time high. And the IWC, which is the micro, look, this is the IWC micro shares ETF trading at 136.00, up $1.18. Not an all-time high. That all-time high was made back in was that December or January? December, the week of the 13th of December, 2024 at 139.98. Where are we right now? We're at 136.00, round number, with a high of 136.00. Isn't that remarkable? This actually turns out to be a leg D in the weekly chart. We don't see too many of those. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Very strong action in the micro caps. So those small caps should do some catching up very soon. I'll be back in a moment. Dow's up 167, S&P's up 11.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi folks, what we want to look at here is, so I did the notation for the IWC, which is the iShares Microcap. We're in leg D, not an all-time high, but doing very, very well. Now, let's do a couple of other things. I want you to look at the gold. The gold right now is down, a little bit down 20. It hit this trend line resistance, and it needs to break above. It's only a leg C. It should go to a leg D. But you see the rectangle formation. It's been stuck in the rectangle formation for a little while, and it needs to be breaking above that. Usually this can last quite a while. Look, it's been weeks. It's been since April, actually, been in this trading range, but it hasn't broken down. Silver is trading. Where is that? That's up 0.22 at 39.77. And leg D, leg C in the weekly chart, fabulous action. I had a question about high-grade copper. High-grade copper, making this new recovery high. Very nice. Up. I had a bunch of time on this yesterday that I spent, and I said it needs to get to the 5.788. It's at 5.913 right now. A very nice action. Remember, we were spending a bit of time on the TGB, Taseko Mines. I said that we've been long for some time. And just as far as the notation is concerned, it made that G/C. It should try for a D. We'll see if that's going to happen. Even more important than that, what we're looking at here is just, I needed to clarify. So the TGB is Taseko Mines. We're in at 3. It's trading at 3.52, 3.68. It hit just recently. It's trying to make a cup formation. We'll see if it's able to do that. Here's something that's, I think, quite important at this particular stage of the rotation through the different sectors. And if you're looking at high-grade copper, that's very important. You need to see, let me just go back again, that weekly chart, which has broken to a new recovery high in a very quick move from a C with 1 week pause to a D. That, to me, it's it's kind of an important economic situation that we're looking at here when you see that. So I haven't looked at wood for some time. The iShares broker. So this is the wood is the iShares Global Timber and Forestry ETF. It's actually been lagging a lot. And even the weekly chart is having a bit of a struggle. ABC, it's already gone to a peak D in a very quick period of time with not a very, very big movement. So we want to see this trading at 75.07 right now. By the beginning of August, it really needs to be in the 77 area or higher for me to feel that there's more a global move to the upside. And I just want you to show you the housing sector, HGX, dollar, HGX. There it is. HGX trading very nicely at a new recovery high. Like seeing the weekly chart. The monthly chart is improving, but it's still in the negative 914. But look at this. 695.52 up 94 cents. Very quick move, peak A, an alternate count just for the moment, then E/B, because it did not take out the starting point. So this could be a continuation pattern. So this is very good action. And it's suggesting that bonds, let's go to the TLT. Whoops, don't write it there, write it here. I need to just get these done quickly because there's a lot of discussion coming up here about the semis, etc. Yeah, the TLT is just stuck in a range, just the same as the TBT. It's just stuck in a range and the higher, having pulled back, but it's still in a kind of the higher level, but yields at 3.684, not bad. It's not breaking out. All right, so enough with that. And now to come some questions. So the SMHs. So the SMH right now pulling back, not as bad as it was, but it's still down 91 cents, 95 cents at 284. If you're looking at NVIDIA right now. So this is going to be important. So in the Chapman wave, all of these peaks that I'm looking at right now, like this is a leg E going to a peak E and an all-time high with a it's called a 2-bar reversal, where it has a slightly fractional higher high or lower high, and then it turns around at a D, E, or F. And this is, look, here we go. We've got 174.16 as a high, all-time high on the 17th of July. And the very next bar is fractionally higher, 174.25. That makes the next bars lower. And we started pulling back. This is normally where I get very, very cautious and I say grab some shorts because this is where you start to pull back because it's happened in so many charts. But wait a minute. The 9 is still so strong over the 14. MACD's turned down. The relative strength has turned down. The stochastics at 82%, whereas it was at 87% just a couple of days ago. So that's kind of a sign to say a little bit of weakness. And the on-balance volumes turned down. But that 9 holding over the 14, wow, that's been a remarkable thing. Let me just show you this here on this particular chart. You can see it so much better. Look, I'll go to this chart. I'll go to this one right here. Click. And look at the SMHs. So that's Robinhood chart. Look at that green line, how beautifully it's held. Look at this. This is SMH, daily chart. Look at that. It's turned down, and the 9-period moving average turned down, but it hasn't gone pink. It could go pink, but it hasn't yet turned pink. So this is still a very positive aspect. And let's just do this, say, GE. Look at GE. Green looks fabulous. Look at Microsoft. It's pulled back today, but look at that. It's just the first time it started to pull back underneath the green 9-period moving average. And this is, as I say, this is the modus operandi that I have that says right in this particular time frame is where you would normally start to look for some kind of a turn down, shorter term. But wait a minute. If I go to this chart right here, and I'll do this real quickly because we've got a ton of questions coming in. Look, here's the Dow. Look at all these resistance lines. But wait a minute. Look at the support that held, 43,808. That's where it went to. Look at the SMHs. The SMHs broke out, and they have resistance all the way up to 300.39. No, not the point. Look at the point. 279.57 is the support level. So we'll see if it, at 284 right now, if in the next end of July, at any point, if it breaks under 2 79, that's going to be a problem. But so far it's holding. What's the other thing we were looking at here? Oh, let's go to the TLT. The TLT, look at all the support at 84.90 to 84.14. A ton of support. And then 88.43 has a resistance. So, can't believe this. It's a little hard for me to do while I'm doing the show. I did put on a long, and I think I just got stopped out by a fraction for the E-mini. Yeah, I did. Oh, what a shame. Look at that. And now it's going to... This is the new leg D. Now, let me just show you something here. Should I do that now? Should I do that now? I wrote it down. Where did I write? Okay. If you don't write clearly, mister, nobody's going to know what to do. There it is, Thursday. Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Go to... Yeah, so look at this. TXN, I don't know why I went to this one. I'll see in a moment. TXN, that's Texas Instruments. People want to know about the semis. Look at this, down 24 at 190.60. You see what I mean about that peak F? And then you get this little double top. Would you have known that you're going to smash through today, down 11%? But what did I want to show you? Was it this one? Peak C, peak leg E in the month. Look at that double bottom, 139.48 back in 2023. Tests it again in 2025 at 139.95, and then screams all the way to a higher high, yearly high. I'll be back in a moment. Dow's up 224.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi folks, so I had a question about Bull. BULL is a symbol trading at 17.13, up 16 cents. Webull Corporation, digital investment platform. Leg F, but this could be an F/C in the daily chart because it's so strong. In the weekly chart, it's only a leg A and then going to a leg B right now. It had a move all the way to 80 just soon after its IPO. I mean, it's extraordinary. It went on in April, so it starts off with a low in the first week of April. It's week of 11th. That's the first week it traded at 9.54. Opens at round number 16. They all open round numbers. And then it screams up to 79.56 and a little bit of a tumble. And goes right down to the lows, down the $10 area. And now it is 70% higher. Yes, so what do I think of it? So as an investment trading platform, all I can say is that they must be trying to emulate, say, the Robin Hood mantra or theme. So all I can say is that this is an extraordinary thing. I would definitely have a stop in this because even though the tendency is that every pullback has had to higher highs and mostly higher lows, just be ready, okay? I wouldn't do anything. If you're in the position, if you've got a nice profit, just do money management, take a little bit off. But this really looks quite exciting. I think it has about another, maybe towards the middle of next week, towards, what are we looking at here? July goes all the way through to the 31st, which is a Thursday. It'll be a week from tomorrow. Oh, just a week to go. All right. So, yeah, I'd stay in that position. I wouldn't mess around too much. What I would do is if it pulls back to 16, it's at 17.09 right now, and then holds, and then just starts going from 16.03 to 16.28. I'd probably add a little trading position to see if it's able to get decently into the 18s. And then I would start taking some money off as it goes a little higher, only because there are a lot of things that are suggesting to me that we're starting to see a little bit of tiredness and rotational work going to higher highs. We've got Google coming out today, Goog. I always go to Goog. I don't go to Googl. It's in leg C right now. Oh, is it in leg C? 193.36. Yeah, I think it's a penny above yesterday. 193.36. Oh, it's continuing leg C. It needs another penny to confirm that. But even now, it's in leg C. It has to make a lower high tomorrow. So it's got earnings coming out. Let's just do this. If Google with earnings, it's not what they say, it's the outlook. And if the outlook suggests a little problem here, but they always come up with surprises. Now, as I recall now, I might be wrong, I should have checked this before I talked about it, but if I remember correctly, they sometimes have a bit of a dip and then they go back to a higher high than they were the day before. So if that's the case, watch this level right here. The low of yesterday was 188.58. 2 points, that's not good enough. And the low of the 21st, that's Monday, was a 187.05. Not good enough. You have to go to this candle right here, the candle of the 18th with a low of 184.73. If in trading tomorrow at 9:45, 15 minutes after the bell opens, it's trading below 184, that's going to be a problem. If it spirals high and is over 195, then it says, you know what, in this particular move, without taking much of a break, it could very well go into the 200 area. Can it go to 297.08, the all-time high? Back in February of this year, before it plunged down to the 140 level, It's in leg D. If it makes a peak D this week or next week, below that, it says, be careful. Google needs a little timeout. Was it Amazon also? Is Amazon coming out? I think Amazon might be coming out with earnings. See, it's almost the same thing. Leg C, but the all-time high was at 242.57 earlier this year. Maybe it was in March, right? Slumps down to the 160 level. Now it's come all the way back. Great-looking chart. But look at this, you've got your inside track repellent zone. So if Amazon comes out, let's look at the two scenarios. A disappointment would be tomorrow at this time, after say 10:30 in the morning, Eastern time, it's trading below 224. It's 227 right now. No, it's got to be much lower than that. It's trading below 220. It's got a timeout coming, and that timeout says you're looking at some rebuilding of the base before it can tackle the 230s. I don't care what happens overnight, it's trading tomorrow. If trading tomorrow, Amazon trading at 227 right now, it is starting to, has had a big spike to the upside, has held that spike, and is still above 233. That's very good action, because then what it's done, 233 tomorrow, so that's today. Yep, 233 tomorrow, you're gone above the Chapman Wave inside track repellent zone, which has pulled Amazon's price back, not much, but to the 9 and 14 period, the 9-period moving average for the last month. Okay, so we'll see what happens there. So SMHs, let me just get back to them. So I just need to go to this chart right here. So that went to peak E in the 1-minute chart, peak B. Okay, so the SMH trading right now, down $1.66. So you can see that it's doing some struggle, and the SOXS, I'm just going to this is 3 times short, I'm just giving you the inversion, has gone to a peak A, B, C, is that by 1 penny? 81? 81, no it's not. So that's a peak A, peak B, peak C, little double top. Okay, so if the SOXS in the next hour, so going into Steve's show, if the SOX is trading above 788, that says the semis today are going to have a bit of a struggle, mostly because of Texas Instruments, but also because of NVIDIA. If, for whatever reason, it pulls back under 750, what was that low? Yeah, if for 2 out of 3 5-minute bars, it trades under 760. It's at 779 right now. That says, okay, the semis are going to have a nice bounce into the afternoon session. All right, got that out the way. ESU 25, get back. Okay, questions, other questions have come in. Where do I go? When TGB recently pulled back to 318, I bought more based on Great Weekly. You kept saying it's weak. Curious why you didn't see as good buy. Weeklies are a lot easier to. No. You remember what I do in my newsletter? I look at the day before, whatever it is the day before, and I say what it is. But the overall is in the actual notation. So I can't remember. Did I really say it was? Let me just go back to TGB just to cover this quickly. TGB. Trading up 5 cents at 350. Yeah, that was weak. It was. I'll be back in a moment.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds for both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Yeah, that's a very good point there. Okay, so this is what we were looking at. You remember, this is the, let's just go to it right here. So this is to Seiko Mines. So look, it made a potential PG at the 3.68 double top area. So I have a couple of webinars. You should check them out. I have a webinar that's based on the rectangle, the narrow and the large rectangles, and the characteristics of the rectangle. The long, narrow rectangle has one particular set of parameters. The large rectangle can go straight up, and then it pulls back, and then you start to make higher highs and higher lows, and that says you can go to a peak D just under, right on, or just above the previous high, and then you've got to be careful, because if you come back over halfway of the large rectangle and close under it, you could in fact go back to the bottom. That's one thing. Or you can go straight down and then make a single leg up to the double top and make an arch formation. What happens at that right side is going to be really important. Now, what's even more important than that is that you've got exactly this right here in the TGB. It went to a large arch formation, it's pulled back, and now it's going right back again. So this is a much better chart formation. And within that chart formation, it says, you remember in my video on Friday, I said, look, it's pulled back sharply for a couple of bars, but the 9-period moving average is still very strong. So the fact that you got in the 318 level, that's nice action, because you took that and said, hey, there should be a bounce. Now we have to see whether or not it's going to hold, say, 335, 333, that's going to be important support, or whether it's going to find some support and take out the 368 level. So yeah, and the weekly chart, remember I said weekly chart is still very good, way above the 9-period moving average. 9 is above the 14. MACD is still very strong, and the stochastic's flat at 89%. So far, that is all good. Oh, good. Thank you for pointing that out. And I just wanted to show you some of the things we were looking at. Next question came in, and I'm going to go to it right now. And that is, Basil, if you have time, can we look at, I did. You've been long since 1050. Let me just go back to that. BULL. Trading at, long since 1050. Yeah, it's a 16.92. Okay, in your case, I'm going to say, consider that this move up to the 17.59 level is extraordinary in percentage terms for your gain. And I would do this. I would just say to you, in terms of money management, I would take a little bit off. And as I said before, if it goes to 16 and then soon after that, it goes from 16.05 maybe to 16.13, 13.18, somewhere like it's turned the corner like a U-shaped pattern, then I'd put back that trading position. Even though it's just a point, less than a point, percentage-wise, that's nice. And then you've got yourself a trading position that you can start going in and out. Next question was, I'm going back here. RIG. You know, I gave it a complete skip. When I lost my all my charts yesterday, not charts but notation for the day, and I went back last night after I played tennis. I had a lovely game of tennis. I had to redo these, and I saw all these oil service, etc. And I thought, I haven't looked at them for a while. I better give them a look. And I haven't looked at them at all. So you're just reminded, of course, you know that RIG I've had notated since forever, and I don't know what's going on. So I haven't got A, B, C, D, and then it goes E, F, and then it pulls back from the $9, just under 9, goes all the way to 2, and the monthly chart says it's starting to rally a little bit. The weekly chart, that's good. A, B, and now it hasn't turned green on the 9-period moving average, but RIG trading at 3.04 has a nice follow-through from yesterday's strong candle. That's one of the reasons why I did want to look at it. Now, what's even more important, is that this move up has the MACD crossing positive. The relative strength daily is strong. The 9 is just this moment. If it stays this way, is positive. I'm going to say to you at 3.04. I don't know if you're in. Usually you are in these when you're talking, when you're asking me the question. I'm just going to say I like it. And in your case, because the weekly is just starting to move a little bit higher, I'm going to say at 3.04, start your engines. Yes, you're in it. Okay, I thought you'd be in it. I'm saying that this is good action. I don't know right now if I would say to you, if you weren't in, I'd say start your engines because it's above that high that was made around about the 7th, and it's looking much, much better. It's really improved. So RIG at 3.04, 3.03. In this case, I don't really want to do this because it's such a big percentage, but 2.84 is about I'd put a stop in there if you're just starting. If you're in the position, I'd lighten up at 2.84. But right now, this is great action. Today's lows, 2.91. RIG is Transocean. We once had this, had a nice position in. Haven't been in for ages. Of course, you know that I would have all the notations on this chart. I lost it. I'll have to redo it again. Pity about that. So that's RIG. And the next question came in. Caterpillar. Caterpillar has just been absolutely, look at this, CAT. Caterpillar is making all-time highs as we speak. Is opens at 420 round number and is trading at 424.19, up 7. The leg E, only a leg B in the monthly chart, all-time high. I don't know if this is a leg D in the monthly chart or a brand new A, B, C. I'm going to call it a D. It doesn't really matter because it's the 9 is very strong, but the MACD hasn't turned positive and the stochastics weak. So that monthly chart needs room to improve. But that, look at this, 96% in the daily chart, in the weekly chart, and 83% in the day. Fabulous action. Key support in the 407 to 400 area if there's a severe turn down, but there hasn't been yet. Okay, thank you. Okay, got that. Yes, copper stocks like FCX and COPX. So that's the interesting thing. Look, FCX, we were looking at it the other day. This is Freeport-McMoRan, and I said it's done very nicely. That G/C did go to the D that we were anticipating right there. D. I think I did this yesterday. And I said that I have no choice but to put a down arrow because it went under the 14-period moving average so much, but the 9-period moving average didn't go pink. So it's still in play. So this is a gray A as we were looking at it. So that's Freeport-McMoRan. If it closes under 43, that's a problem. But if it can touch 46.75 in the next 2 days, that's going to be good action. And we were looking at SCCO. Did I update that? No, that one went to... Oh, that's the one that I said. It went to a C. I have no other way to count it. There should technically be a D, but you've got something underneath, and this is gray A and gray B trading at 99.63, up 48 cents. Good, we covered a chunk there, didn't we? One question came in. You're in SOXL for quick trade. So I don't know how quick the trade is. SOXL. So I think we're looking at this chart right here. Let's go to SOXL. There we go. SOXL, peak A, 1 minute chart. Peak A, peak B, peak C. Okay, is it doing okay? It doesn't look too great. It needs to get to 25, I'd say 25, 35, and that's going to be very good. But right now, just struggling a little bit. I'll be right back. Basil Chapman, final segment coming up. Dow's up 182, S&P's up 14.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Hi, folks. For Duncan in the den, the SOXL is trading down $1.05 at 25.27. That is still in a leg D in the 1 minute charts. It's doing very nicely. I said 25. I want to say 30. Yep, there it is. 25.31, doing very nicely. Buying keeps coming in. So just real quickly, ESU 25. So this is saying that if the E-mini trading at 63.62 right now by 1 during Larry's show, I'd say 135, at about 135 Eastern time. If it's able to clear 372 and then target today's high of 376, that means we should have a really good close. Now, one question came in about, it was a statement about GEV. GEV is GE Vernova, Global Energy Resources. I put in 723 next earnings. I completely forgot to look at that. Here it is, spiraling higher, up 14%, up $78 at 627 in leg C in the daily chart. Absolutely fantastic action. And yeah, that's really good. So this is it. And then just one more thing that we were looking at. Let me just get to it right here. So for subscribers, there are certain easy things that we're looking at. Not easy in the sense you can buy it right now, it's going to go up, but easy in the sense that they've been winners. So winners tend to stay winners for a little while. But I chose today, we haven't got it, a little pullback in two stocks that are in the secular area. This is like just cleaners and things like that, just stuff around the house, because I think the prices, I think, are starting to come down. Looking at supermarket prices, I'm starting to see some slight decrease, so I think they're going to benefit. I want to be in other areas for this next big move for subscribers. We've been in great areas. I think those areas are getting a little tired. I want to be in something else. So we're looking at fresh buys at all different prices, single digits, double digits, triple, doesn't matter. I'll be back tomorrow. Stay tuned for Steve. Have a great day. Check out my